Good morning, thank you for coming today.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing great. Let's begin. Could you please introduce yourself?
Certainly, my name is CESILIA PUTRI. I'm a second-year student in Electronic Engineering Technology. I'm working on a project-based learning with my teammate.
That's great. Could you tell me about your role in the project?
Of course, I'm responsible for AI and software development. My tasks include developing application features, processing data, and integrating AI function into the system.
That sounds interesting. What technologies? How do you learn through this project?
I have learned mobile application development, AI, data processing, and software integration. And may I ask a question?
Of course.
Which technology do you think is currently the most valuable for engineering students?
I believe artificial intelligence is one of the most valuable technologies because it is being applied in many industries.
That's interesting. I also enjoy learning AI because of its potential.
Which technology do you enjoy learning the most?
Artificial intelligence because it allows systems to make intelligent decisions based on data.
Can you describe a challenge you faced during the project?
One challenge was improving the accuracy of system AI because some outputs were inconsistent during the testing.
How did you solve the problem?
I reviewed the data processing methods, test different approach, and improved the algorithm several times.
What was the result?
The system became more reliable and produced because more consistent results.
The impressive. What personal strengths have you complete the project?
I believe my strengths are teamwork, adaptability, and problem solving.
Which strengths is the most important to you?
Teamwork, because good communication is essential in a group project. May I ask something?
Sure.
What skill do employers usually value the most in technology-related jobs?
Is that technical skill? Employer often value communication and problem-solving abilities.
I see. Those are skills that I continue to develop through my projects.
What career would you like to pursue the future?
I would like to work in software development or artificial intelligence
What are you interested in those fields?
because technology can help solve real-world problems and improve people's life. May I ask one final question?
Certainly.
What advice would you give to students who want to build a career in technology?
The world advances the keep learning, gain practical experience, they stay updated with new technologies.
Thank you for the advice.
You're welcome. Thank you for answering all my questions today.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my experience. And it was my pleasure to talking with you.
It was a pleasure talking with you today.
Good morning. Thank you for joining this interview.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you. How about you?
I'm doing great. Let's begin. Could you introduce yourself?
Certainly, my name is Raen PASARIBU. I am a second-year student in Electronic Engineering Technology. I am currently working on a project-based learning project with my teammate.
Could you explain your role in the project?
I am responsible for the electrical and hardware component. My tasks include circuit design, sensor integration, and hardware testing.
What technical skills do you have?
I have skill in circuit design, soldering, troubleshooting, sensor integration, and hardware testing. As a question,
Of course.
with engineering skill, do you think is the most important for students today?
I think problem solving is one of the most important skills because engineers face challenge every day.
I completely agree with that.
Which skill do you use most often?
I use troubleshooting skill most often because solving technical problems is a major part of my work.
Can you describe a project you work on?
During our PBL project, our team developing a hard monitoring system. My responsibility was designing the electrical circuit and ensuring the hardware component function properly.
What tools did you use?
I used a multimeter soldering tool, microcontroller sensor, and circuit simulation software.
Did you face any difficulties?
Yes, at one step, the sensor readings were unstable.
How did you solve that issue?
I checked the wiring connection, tested the sensor, and adjust the circuit configuration until the problem was solved.
What do you think makes a project successful?
I believe a project becomes successful when the team members communicate effectively and achieve their objectives.
What are your strengths?
My strengths analytical techniques and attention to detail of problem solving.
Which one is your strongest quality?
Analytical technique because it helped me in problem and develop the inference solution.
That's a valuable skill for an engineer.
Thank you.
Why are you interested in working in the electronics area?
Because electronics allow me to create practical solutions for real world problems.
That motivates you to continue learning about electronics?
I enjoy learning how technology works and how electronic systems can improve full life. May I ask one final question?
Certainly.
What advice would you give to future engineering?
I would encourage them to stay curious, continue learning, and never be afraid to solve challenging problems.
Thank you, that's very inspiring.
Thank you for your time and for answering all my questions.
You're welcome. Thank you for the interview.